Meanwhile, we discussed it, haven't we, recently? Ten Hag has been given a contract extension. Some interesting stuff, of course, in the announcement. He's the right man for the job, Jules. Just like the fact 2 weeks ago we admitted that we were talking to Thomas Tuchel.
Yeah, exactly. And others, not just Tuchel. And Dan Ashworth, the new sporting director, said, but look, he won 2 trophies in the last 2 years, the FA Cup and the League Cup. Of course, he did. And I think that if he had won the FA Cup against City, which was on ESPN only a few weeks ago, he would never be here anymore. So all that talk about he's the right man for the job, we can see where we're going to improve with him, all of that is obviously, you know, I'm going to say BS. Not BS, but do you know what I mean? Like, exactly. So
yes.
He's there now, they triggered the
spin.
extra year, he's under contract, until 2026. It doesn't change much really for the club or for him. But he had to take a massive pay cut, obviously, because there's no Champions League next season. And there was a clause in his contract, like in many of the players' contracts, that if there's no Champions League, they will get less money next season.
Do the players care?
Well, yes, because you expect something better a season from a season to another season. And everybody saw that it didn't work. And they were struggling and they couldn't find the chemistry between the players. So therefore, you say, well, the players in the dressing room, they already know that Ten Hag is not the right guy for it.
Right.
So except if you think that there can be a miracle and something can be changed within the players and the atmosphere in the dressing room.
Is there not an argument to say, right, the players know that he's the boss now? That's it. There'll be no changes, certainly sooner rather than later. Wow. So that will galvanise everyone?
No, because they confronted the boss in many ways during the season, and it worked for them or it didn't work. We saw with some players saying stuff to him. He lost the liability for me, and he's not going to work with the players unless they have good results at the beginning of the season.
And also, the way he's been treated by the managerial staff above him has been awful, hasn't it? You know, it has been awful. You know, you have to do your homework beforehand. You cannot publicly be speaking to other managers and then go back to the first manager. It's not right for Ten Hag. It's disrespectful to him. You either keep him and back him or you get rid of him. I think the way he's been treated is terrible. But he's in the job now. And the bigger picture is what players stay.
Yeah.
You know, that's Sancho, there's talk about him going. Rashford, will he stay? Anthony, who's had lots of criticism, what will he do? That's the turnover of players, apart from the people who've come in above them. And their power now with Dan Ashworth coming in and Jason Wilcox coming in. And all these people have come in. And they haven't come in knowing that, Ten Hag will tell them what to do.
Right.
They're going to sit above him and tell the manager, here's the players, this is what we're doing, this is what we're playing, and he's going to have to abide by it. And so I think the power's gone from his armoury now, unfortunately, Ten Hag. Well,
I suppose when you look at the money they spent on Anthony, you understand why.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Could one of those players be reunited once again with Ten Hag in De Ligt, Jules?
I think so, yeah. This one, they need centre-backs. Varane has left at the end of his contract. They will try to get maybe Lindelof, maybe Maguire, but they're on big wages, so it's not easy to find a club that would want them. And at least one centre-back will arrive, and Matthijs de Ligt is now, I think, the outstanding favourite. He wants to go, he wants to play with Ten Hag again. Obviously, they were great at Ajax together. Bayern are not going to ask for too much money because they also have just signed another centre-back. They need to let him go. So maybe around the 40-45 million euros. For somebody who's 24, who turned 25 on August 12, it's not too bad, I think. He's a good player, yet if he turns and the pace is maybe not the best in the world, but I think he's a very good on the ball centre-back. He's strong. He reads the game well. If he can just erase the little mistake that we saw at times at Juventus and at Bayern Munich, sometimes in the box especially, which I think could come with a bit more maturity. It could be a very good signing for United.
For me, I have question marks about him. Since he left Ajax, he went to Italy, Juventus, I think, and he made some mistakes, as Jules mentioned. Then he went to Bayern, same thing. Now he goes to Manchester United. I think it's his last chance. He will have to be very good because the fans are going to be very unhappy if it doesn't work straight away. So yeah, he will have a big pressure.
His reputation's always been very good, hasn't it, Matthijs de Ligt? But to go from Ajax to Juventus to Bayern, now Man United, and he's only 24, nearly 25, as Jules has just rightly said. That is a bit of a red flag, isn't it? Of course it is.